Hi, I'm Stephen Brandt. I wanted to share with you a little story about accountability and how it can work. The story involves my daughter who had an infection. I took her to the doctor, and the doctor just asked her a simple question: do you prefer pills or liquid? So he wrote a prescription out for the liquid that my daughter indicated her preference was, went to the pharmacy, got it filled. When I came back to get the prescription, the person at the counter said, "Did the doctor warn you how expensive this was?" And I said, "No." It was $152. I couldn't believe my ears. $152 for an antibiotic for 10 days. So I was bothered and upset by that. I didn't think that was terribly fair. And then afterwards I went back to the doctor. It didn't sit right. And I said to the doctor, "Do you have any idea how much this costs? There's some low-income people around the area here too, and people that don't have any benefits," which as an entrepreneur, that includes me, that don't have just somebody else that's going to cut the check for this. $152 is some pretty serious money for a lot of people. So he had no clue. He said, "Look, it's not my job to write the prescriptions. I don't know about the cost." So he took zero ownership of it. That was my experience with the doctor. I went back to the pharmacy because he said, "Well, you have to talk to the pharmacy." So I spoke to the pharmacy and I started to explain that, hey, it didn't seem right. And the person at the counter was, initially going to their job role of, this is the prescription and I filled it, so I did my job. Thankfully, the owner of I'm assuming it was a franchise, the owner of that particular drugstore came in and overheard the conversation. She said, "Look, I heard your thing, heard what you were saying. And really, we should have taken ownership of looking at the prescription to ask you, do you really need liquids or pills? Because guess what? The pills, $25. Dramatic difference." So she said, "We'll take ownership of that and I'll refund you the difference. You can keep the liquid. I'm not going to dispense additional pills, but I'll refund you the difference." And I thought, oh my gosh, that is what accountability and taking ownership looks like. The end result, I know she had to eat $100 and some odd, but for me, I'll be happy to tell you that this is the IDA in Mackenzie Lake on Mackenzie Lake Boulevard. Highly recommend them. They take ownership for what they do. And I'm going to move all my prescriptions there because currently I have them actually at a different pharmacy chain where I've noticed that their culture not really focused on a great customer experience. We've seen a few things happen there lately. So ultimately, working on culture, working on accountability just increases the customer experience, the level of customer experience, customer loyalty, customer devotion, which ultimately drives all of your results. So the power of accountability, in my view, is transformational. Thanks very much, and thanks for watching.